Yeah. We're just going to talk about where the planets are, and then I'm going to pull some quick cards. Really quick, because like I said, energy, energy. Anyway, the sun's at 1 degree of Scorpio, and Venus is at 2 degrees of Scorpio. So basically, we've got ourselves a conjunction between the sun and Venus, and they're almost exact. And the moon right now is at 29 degrees of Libra because it's about to make a exact conjunction to the sun, because we're just moments away from having our new moon in Scorpio. And isn't it weird that I showed up at 29 degrees and 10 minutes of Libra? How perfect. What great timing. Anyway, it just shows that we're about to have a sun, moon, Venus combination. And that's a beautiful sun, moon, Venus combination, because that's up in my 9th house. So when I pull the cards, I'm hoping that I get some real psychic messages that I'm able to share with everybody, and that would be beautiful. Now, I just want to notice that Mars at 25 degrees of Gemini is technically still trine the moon, and it's trine Mercury. And I love that Mars is trine the moon and Mercury. It just means that all our actions are flowing well with our emotions and our thoughts, and that's great. We're like of one mind in a way, in that way. So that's beautiful. Also, Jupiter is at 0 degrees of Aries, and so that's kind of like an inconjunct there, I think, to the Scorpio sun. It's just no connection whatsoever there. We've got that square going on between Saturn and Uranus, that fixed square. Actually, Saturn is squaring Aquarius's ruler, which is Uranus. It really makes it uncomfortable. It's a very ugly kind of square, right? And the North Node is kind of hanging around, just slightly out of bounds, I think, for a real square, but it's really there, trying to make a connection with that Saturn, because it is in conjunct Uranus, basically. So yeah, we're dealing with that as well. Also, Neptune is square Mars. Although Mars was getting all the support from the moon and Mercury, Neptune is squared. Neptune is at 23 degrees of Pisces. It's still retrograde, and it is squaring that Mars, like almost exactly. So I feel like, our actions and our dreams and hopes and our fantasies are not measuring up. Like what we fantasized about and what we dreamt about and what we hoped would happen is not necessarily materializing the way we thought it would. And we have to deal with that reality. That is a reality that's a lot of people have to face, sadly. Now, the other thing is that Pluto is square this moon, and Pluto is square that Mercury in Libra, because both the moon and Mercury are in the late degrees of Libra. Well, Pluto at 26 degrees of Capricorn is squaring in the middle. They're squaring both of these, and so it could be causing a little bit of friction. Could be why I'm still not showing my face. I'm just doing this instead of just coming live, and you got another month of that. That could be part of it, because Pluto's in the first house. I'm just saying that Pluto square in the moon, Mercury don't make you want to show up. Just saying. Anyway, this has been Adrienne Capricorntigress of Astrology. Look inside. That's where the planets are. It's where they've been. That's where they're going to be, at least for the next 24 hours. And of course, we're going to have our new moon in Scorpio, and we'll all be experiencing what that new moon in Scorpio, the moon and sun and Venus all together, all mixed all together in Scorpio like that. It's going to be interesting. Just saying, it's going to be very interesting, and it should be very spiritual for me, because it's all happening in my 9th house. So I'm going to Astrology, a look inside, presenting astrology and tarot readings
after all.